this video is to give you tips on finding information from the library for your English or literature papers. We're going to start here on the Townsend Memorial Library homepage. The default search bar up in the upper right hand corner is Search Everything. This is going to look in our databases for electronic articles. It's going to look for our print books, most ebooks, media. So it casts a very wide net, but it can be a little overwhelming. So let's just enter a search term. I'm going to go with Theater of the Absurd and click Search. So you'll notice we get 114,000 plus results. Often one of the first ones is going to be this thing we call a research starter. If you're not sure where you want to go from here, you can click on one of these for background information, and often you can find another keyword that way. One quick tip is to put quotes around your phrases. That tells the database not to look for all of these words anywhere in the information about a source, but in this order together as a phrase, as one unit. So when I do that, I take it down to 9,000 results immediately. If you add another search term, that's another good way to focus your results. So this is pretty broad. And by adding another term, I'm going to add Beckett. That tells the Discovery Service, which is this database, that I want this and this, so it's dropped my results down to fewer than 1,000. That's still a lot. You can always add another keyword term, but if you look through these results, you'll see this is a biography. This is from an academic journal, which means it was probably written by an expert in the field. If you only want academic or scholarly sources, click over here on Scholarly. This is an ebook. So to access or get more information, you can click on the title, click on PDF here. Subject headings will lead you to other similar sources. You can cite something over here, a word of warning. If you do that, and you come down here to MLA, you'll notice it has EBSCOhost in the place where it should be the database name. EBSCOhost is the company that provided the Discovery Service in many of our databases. The actual database this was found in is found down here, Computer Source. Let's go back to the home page. Another good way to quickly focus your source is just to go to the library catalog and enter a keyword. I'm creating this video during the COVID-19 period of time when we are just doing online education. And so if you are needing an electronic source, then you can enter your keyword term and then put electronic books. So I'm going to put in postmodernism and add the phrase electronic books. So I could also have put an author and then electronic books. I could put the title of a work in electronic books just to see if we have that. Alright, and so you see we have 154 with this topic. Another tip is if you want to find what we have by a certain author. So we're going to have books criticisms, so where people discuss somebody's work. We're going to have what that person has written themselves. We're going to have biographies, information about the author. So if you are looking for works written by somebody, you can enter their name here, and I'm going to do it the way most people are going to be inclined to do it, which is to put the first name and then the second name. And you'll notice we don't get any results, but we do have a lot of works by Mark Twain. It's just in libraries you need to put the last name and then the first name. You'll see we have 119 items. If you are looking for a biography or criticism, you can add that like I showed you earlier with electronic books. and you're going to be more limited. So this is interesting. Mark Twain is going to be in here somewhere. Here's the autobiography of Mark Twain. It's still going to be a pretty general search. If you really want, or another way to approach this is to go to subject, and all of the books have subject headings. So 32 books have Mark Twain as a specific subject for the book. You'll see that there are also where Mark Twain, but The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is the subject. Here's Mark Twain and his characters. Down here is going to be Mark Twain, criticism and interpretation. So sometimes looking at the subject headings can also be helpful. Okay, another way to approach finding sources is to go to a specific database. We have over 100. Some of them are really not going to be very helpful to you in English and literature. So to find out which databases are going to be best for English and literature topics, go to Research Guides, English and Writing, A Starter Guide to English Sources. And then you'll see this box that has a list of the databases that are going to be most helpful to you. Some of them are EBSCO. They're going to look very much like the Discovery, the Search Everything database that we were in at the beginning. Some of them are going to be quite different. If you ever need any help, if you ever are in one of these and you're getting frustrated, please don't hesitate to contact me. In fact, I'm just open to questions on finding sources in general. It doesn't have to be because you're frustrated with a database. My name is Jennifer Batson. You can find my email on the library homepage. All right. There are also other search tips on the research guide, and there's some other tabs you might want to look at, but I think that's a quick summary. Again, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks so much for listening. Y'all take care.